In with Fox 12's Camila Ortiz here now with our first alert weather and an anniversary that we would like to forget.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Speaking of deadly, you know, we had a deadly heat wave here in Portland 2 years ago. In fact, today in 2021, we hit 116 degrees in Portland. It was really, really rough. And that followed 2 other days well into the hundreds. We were 108 on the 26th, 112 on the 27th, and then that 116. So we were basically setting all-time records consecutively for 3 days. And those overnight lows were also extremely warm, hit several record warm lows, and then the one we would have seen today back in 2021, that's 75 degrees. That's the warmest low temperature we've ever seen in Portland. So that was pretty significant. Very happy to report much more mild conditions today. It was a pretty nice day. We kicked off the morning in the upper 50s, so a little bit warmer than average, and then climbing steadily into the mid-80s this afternoon and early evening. So warmer than average. You can see that average high there, 77 degrees. And of course, that record high, 116, is the all-time record. We've never seen a warmer temperature than that in Portland. Here's the view from our Shriners Hospital camera. Lots of sunshine. Current temperature in the Rose City, 84 degrees. It's now starting to look a little bit more overcast there along the coast. This is the view in Seaside from our Shiloh Inns camera. Clouds really thickening up here the last hour or so. Temperatures in the low 60s, so nice and cool there. Let's take a look at the big picture, what we can expect to see here over the next several days. So we've had this weak trough over the Pacific Northwest. Warm temperatures, but nothing too hot. We're going to see this ridge of high pressure that's really been impacting the plains and the south, kind of expanding into our region here through the weekend. So that means warmer temperatures, and that ridge is just going to strengthen as we head into early next week. So this takes you through July 4th here. This is Tuesday. A little bit hotter. I think where temperatures are going to be in the 90s. We're thinking mid-90s Tuesday and Wednesday, but we do have some relief on the way here. Another week trough there is going to cool us back down at the end of next week. So tomorrow in Portland, another really nice day, maybe a hair warmer, few morning clouds, and temperatures once again in the mid to upper 80s, a little bit breezier in the afternoon, and a calm and clear night. Here's that 7-day forecast. So nothing of note really the next few days. We're not seeing those temperatures changing too much. Patchy clouds in the morning, afternoon sunshine, and then starting Sunday, we're going to ramp up slowly, hitting the 90s, low 90s on Monday, mid 90s there for the 4th of July holiday, and continuing through Wednesday. So again, eventually we're going to see those temperatures drop back off as long as that trough moves in late next week. You'll notice the overnight lows also going to be heating up into the low 60s by the time we get to Tuesday morning. Pete?